It's Ron again. I hope you're having a great day. Today we're going to continue to talk about the trumpet judgments. And we're in Revelation chapter 8, verse 13. It says, "Then I looked, and I heard an eagle crying with a loud voice as it flew directly overhead. Woe, woe, woe to those who dwell in the earth, at the blast of the other trumpets that the three angels are about to blow." So John sees this angel, or this eagle, flying in heaven, and it cries out, "Woe, woe, woe." And the reason for the 3 times repeating of woe is because it's emphasis. It's just like saying something that's super good or super, super, super good. So the emphasis here is that these judgments that are coming now, if what already happened is bad, but what's coming is going to be a lot worse. So that's what he's saying there. And then it goes on and talks about the 5th angel blowing the trumpet in chapter 9, verse 1. "And the 5th angel blew his trumpet, and I saw a star fallen from heaven to earth, and he was given the key to the shaft of the bottomless pit." Now here it says he saw a star fallen from heaven, but then it calls it a he, and he was given a key. So obviously it's not a literal star, it's a being, and it seems to be Satan. And so it says in verse 2, "He opened the shaft of the bottomless pit, and from the shaft rose smoke like the smoke of a great furnace, and the sun and the air were darkened with the smoke from the shaft. Then from the smoke came locusts on the earth, and they were given power like the power of scorpions of the earth. They were told not to harm the grass of the earth, or any green plant, or any tree, but only those people who do not have the seal of God on their foreheads. They were allowed to torment them for 5 months, but not to kill them, and their torment was like the torment of a scorpion when it stings someone." So next, this angel opens, this evil angel, it's a fallen angel, opens the abyss with his key, and the abyss is just some kind of place. It's not 100% clear, some kind of place where it seems like demons are locked up. And so what happens is he opens this abyss and all this smoke pours out, and then out of the smoke come these things that are called locusts, but when we look at the description and what they do, they're completely different, because these locusts are told not to harm any green thing, which is what normal locusts do. But these instead harm people. And it says here that they have power like the power of scorpions. So these things have tails, these locusts, and they use these tails to sting people and cause them great pain. And notice here that it says they're not allowed to hurt the people who are sealed on their forehead. And if you remember back a while ago, it talked about how God was going to seal 144,000 Jews with a seal on their forehead. And so these people will be protected, but everyone else will be stung and tortured by these locust-type creatures that come out of the abyss. It says here, they were allowed to torment them for 5 months, but not kill them. So this is not going to be just something that comes and goes really fast. It's going to be a 5-month-long thing, and people are going to be tortured and stung by these things for a long time. And then it says in verse 6, "And in those days people will seek death and will not find it. They will long to die, but death will flee from them." And so I've always wondered about this. It says people are going to seek death and not find it. And I don't know how that's going to work. It could mean that if they try to stab themselves, or they jump off a building or something, that they're not going to die somehow. Or it could just mean that they're not going to actively try to kill themselves, but they're going to wish that they'll die some other way, by natural causes or something, or the stings or whatever, but they won't be able to die. But the point is that this will be such a terrible time and so painful that they're going to wish they were dead. And then it says in verse 7, it gives a description of these locusts and more detail. It says, "In appearance the locusts were like horses prepared for battle. On their heads were what looked like crowns of gold. Their faces were like human faces, their hair like women's hair, and their teeth like lions' teeth. They had breastplates like breastplates of iron, and the noise of their wings was like the noise of many chariots with horses rushing into battle. They have tails and stings like scorpions, and their power to hurt people for 5 months is in their tails. And then in verse 11 it says, they have as king over them the angel of the bottomless pit. His name in Hebrew is Abaddon, and in Greek he is called Apollyon. And so here, this leader, it says their leader is the angel of the abyss. And angel doesn't always mean good, because they're fallen. Demons and Satan are fallen angels. And so the fact that here again it calls him king, it seems to be talking about Satan. If not, it's some other fallen angel, but it's definitely a fallen angel. And that's also shown here by his name. Abaddon and Apollyon both mean destroyer. So this king, this leader, this, again, probably Satan, is just a destroyer. He's destructive. And that's all Satan wants to do. He wants to destroy you. He wants to destroy everyone. And we just need to remember that. He's not out for our good. He's out to destroy us. And the main thing he uses that is sin. By rebelling against God and then disobeying God's commands. Sin will destroy you. And if you're not a Christian, it'll destroy you by separating you from God forever. And you'll go to hell and you'll be tortured day and night forever. That's the destruction a non-Christian faces. But even if you're a Christian, a sin can cause a lot of destruction. You won't lose your salvation. You'll still be God's child and go to be with him forever. But sin in a Christian's life can just cause a lot of destruction and a lot of pain. Because again, sin, the reason God tells us not to sin is not to take away our fun. He tells us not to sin because it harms us and it harms other people. So whether you're a Christian or not, a very wise person is going to realize that God has told us not to do things, not to take our fun away, but to protect us. And a very wise person is going to remember that sin will destroy them, and they're going to do everything they can to avoid that sin. Thanks for listening.